I really hope that there's some kind of initiative, something to help these two brothers that gave everything. And at 84 years old, both of them living under a bridge. How can this be, folks? In America, how can this be? I wish that they lived a little bit closer. I could do what I could possibly do, but how could they be under a bridge? How could people allow them to live under a bridge? You can see how emotional they are on these stock footage photos that I have in front of me. But how could this be in America? Their name is properly Kokiaks. Yeah, the recent housing plight, from what I understand from reading it earlier today, it started back in 2007 when the brothers, they wanted to fix the roof on their Fair Oaks home. And they bought from their mother, in which had been in their family since 1984. So they said, we took a loan thinking that we had a conventional loan. The loan, however, turned out to be an adjustable rate loan with payments getting higher over time and until the two could not afford it. So after their home was foreclosed, the two were kicked out and began sleeping in one shared car. Both of them. And I guess eventually made themselves under a bridge. It says, right now I'm broke. Two now spend most of their time just walking the streets and sitting at the Sacramento Public Library in neighboring Orange Grove, Gary said. He spends most of his time looking over deed records to figure out how the twins can win their home back. I would almost say it's hell. There's pictures of him in the public library here. Aaron Horner told Fox 40 that the experience has given him a new perspective of homelessness. It's easy to walk by and not look at their situation, but if you stop and talk to somebody, everybody has a story. Chuck Harder, the founder of this broadcast, believe it or not, was homeless. Yeah, homeless. And he's told his story before on this broadcast, before I have it archived. But as his story goes, he lost everything in a divorce. His wife cheated on him, sadly. And he lost everything, and Chuck was under a bridge. Somebody recognized him in the city of Tampa, Florida, and took him off the street, gave him a little place to stay, put some money in his pocket, got him dressed. And Chuck, how he started getting back on his feet, he says that he went in front of the trash truck, beat the trash truck, or the cleanup truck where people put out their furniture. And he'd go ahead of them, and he would collect the things that people threw out. And he would go to where they sell stuff like this at yard sales or flea markets. There you go. And he rented himself out of space and quickly was able to get back on his feet and be able to launch his consumer broadcast called For the People. And started on 970 WFLA in Tampa. Big station, big deal. It's on Gandy Boulevard, if you know anything about Tampa, Florida. But I used to work in that building. But anyway, long story short, Chuck knew what it was to be homeless and living under a bridge himself. And I've met with homeless people too. Yes, everybody has a story. And my heart breaks for a lot of folks, just like these veterans, especially the veterans. And in California, folks, there's so many veterans living out there. And, some people say, well, you should have known that it was an adjustable loan, and listen, things happen. You need a roof. You're going to ruin your house. You don't want to be rained on. You try to get it done. They thought they could afford it, and things happen. But it's just amazing to me that there was nobody in that community, after hearing this, to be able to come to their rescue, to be able to help them out so they could stay in their homes. These two twin 84-year-old veterans who gave everything to their country and got passed by. And I know that this tale is not just them. I know it's not just them. But I say, like them, it was a revelation. It was an eye-opener. And they say everything happens for a reason in life. And gosh, you would never wish anybody under a bridge or to be homeless. But they don't look at homelessness the same way. And neither, I don't think, of us. And I think this is a teaching moment. It's a learning moment for all of us. I'll tell you why it affects me this way. And besides Chuck being able to rise to the occasion, become a prominent name, one of the most listened to people in America, but how many thousands of people passed Chuck and would not help him for a long time until somebody recognized Chuck with his beard and his build and recognized that's Chuck. It's a human being. Gave him a shot. Got him back on his feet. Everybody should be their brother's keeper. But occasionally I'll go down to the soup kitchen and I'll serve, I'll do dishes, I'll clean, do laundry, whatever it is. And listen, I'm not patting myself on the shoulder. I mentor people. I do things for people, and I don't get anything for it. Or do I? I feel like I always get more out of it than they did. They are appreciative. They like it. But it's humbling. And it also is perspective to say, man, I have to have an attitude of gratitude. But wherever you have an ability or a means to be able to help somebody else, and a lot of times it's to picking up a phone, putting together a campaign to help somebody, a GoFundMe page or something like that sort. I'm actually going to see if anything's been done like that. I'm going to do some research into the story. Where's my staple gun? I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and just staple this story right now. And I'm going to put it off to the side here. And I'm going to do a follow-up. Now, I'm in Tampa, Florida. But they're out in California. I can pick up a phone. You can pick up a phone. Let's make something happen for these veterans. They got a little press. There's somebody that can pay for that roof. There's some way that we can get those people back into their homes that gave everything. They don't need to be under that bridge. And don't you think that would be a living hell for those folks? Those two that gave everything, gave all. Nazi Germany. They fought in Vietnam. And they say this is more hell than war was. Where somebody's lost their home. I don't know if you can relate or know somebody that did. But I think, man, with the millions of people in this country, we all band together, we can help each other. I'm going to see what I can do. I don't know what I can do, but I'm going to try to do something. And that's just the better nature, man. And I think most of Americans, when they're given the opportunity to be able to do something, they are. Ladies and gentlemen, For the People is on the air for you. Remember, a good dose of common sense comes to you free of charge. We're listener supported. So if you'd like to give a donation today or become a member, we'd really appreciate that at forthepeopleshow.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at the same time. More to come right around the corner.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
Like anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Keith Allen and For the People welcoming you back. Well, there's a deadly epidemic in our country, and it's been, with us for a long time, but seemingly getting worse in a lot of places. And in Wisconsin, we're talking about the heroin epidemic, and Wisconsin police are targeting heroin dealers from their phones to disrupt the deadly trade. Now, how much money can a drug dealer make selling heroin? Well, from what we understand at For the People, $10,000 in a single day. But cell phones are the lifeline, really, of the business. Basically, what the cell phones are doing to the drug dealers, it's ensuring a continuous flow of customers and cash flow. So the dealers and their associates, your intent of preserving their specific phone numbers, often have contingency plans, and they place to transfer well-known numbers to a new phone as a way to evade law enforcement and keep profits soaring. But there's a new tactic. And Wisconsin police, got to give it to the Wisconsin police for it. They have something that's called a seize and freeze order. And basically what they're doing is using technology against them. It seeks to disrupt this practice, allowing authorities to freeze such numbers and render them useless. That's right. Law enforcement are using it against them to fight as a tool in fighting this deadly trade, where heroin dealing is hugely profitable in killing people. And what they're thinking right now is, because it's successful, because they're winning this war, seemingly, is that this could prove useful nationwide. Identifying and exploiting command and control phones, as well as interrupting the availability of street-level distribution. These are a couple techniques that make selling dangerous substance more difficult.